Hi everyone, I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Holidays from me and my lovely dog Max. Yes, you're a good boy. Hi all the signs of the Zodiac, I'm Pam and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for December 2017. In these readings, I'm using one card from the Hanson-Roberts deck and another card from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. Be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign because some months they're going to make more sense to you than your sun sign will. All that being said, now on to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update. And the first sign I'm going to look into is Aries. And the first card you have, Aries, which is from the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck, is the Two of Rods. And the Two of Rods to me is a card that symbolizes partnership. This could be partnership in business. It could be partnership in romance. It could also be something you're doing and creating and presenting to the world. Some of you are going to start on some kind of new venture of some kind. Now, for many of you, this feels to me like it is work or business because of venture, but it could even be love. Love could be some kind of venture as well. I do feel some of you Aries are feeling a little confused and not knowing which direction to turn about something. It might have to do with how to make money because I feel like there's something up in the air for you in regard to that. It's kind of like I feel you have a dichotomy between wanting to have stability and security and financial security, but there's a wanderlust kicking up in you of wanting to be, you know, kind of footloose and fancy free. Energy swirls around this as well. You could start building something from scratch. It could be a website. It could be a building, a business, actual structure. Like I said, a building of some sort. But you're building up something from scratch. It could even be your reputation out in the world with something you're doing. You know, and I do feel many of you Aries are going to feel like you're in a direction or being pulled in a direction where you need to follow your heart. And this could be love or business, but it's kicking up here in mid-December. There's a lot of factors of a lot of things that you have to take into consideration while all this stuff is kicking up. And I see you figuring out things in detail. So it's not like it's one path, you follow it, it's in a straight line. You know, nothing is ever that simple, right? So I feel that you have to go through a lot of figuring out like the finer points or details about things in this mid-month of December. You may get invited to attend a small gathering or a special party for someone. It could be a holiday party. That also comes up with Two of Rods. Now, the second card you have, Aries, is the Five of Rods. And the Five of Rods is an internal struggle that could be going on in you. This is from the Morgan Greer deck. It could be a struggle with coworkers, family members, or any groups you belong to. But like I said, it can be an internal struggle. I feel like you're going to feel like, why are people pushing my buttons? Why are people shoving me around? You might feel harassed by family members. Maybe it's due to the holidays. It could be coworkers or people in your family. I just get you feeling like people are pushing your buttons or hassling you, or the feeling of pushing you around. And I see many of you like being annoyed by this or like puzzled. Like, why are they doing this? There's enough of other things to worry about or take care of. Why are they finding time to hassle me? It's almost like you're afraid of letting go of something also because you're afraid that if you let go of it, it's going to crash and burn. Or that you will crash and burn. So maybe you're holding on to a job you don't want to let go of and maybe you don't like it, or a relationship that you feel like you're afraid to let go of for a whole wide variety of reasons. because actually some of the energy that comes up here for you, Aries, is it reads to me like you're figuring out how to let go and release things. This could also be releasing things from your past that are hindering you or holding you back or have been stumbling blocks. You may be learning how to release things like that as well. I see people starting to make you mad and you getting aggravated. I'm not going to lie, it does come up here. So this could be with coworkers or, fellow employees, or if you're a boss, it could be your employees. It could be family. Think of how all the multitude of people you could be aggravated by. But I do see your aggravations getting kicked up in mid-December. You might be dealing with a lot of people pushing and shoving. I want this, I want that. Maybe you're doing holiday shopping. That could even happen. I've seen that happen. It's kind of scary to watch. But it could be other situations. But where people seem like greedy or like grasping, or like maybe they're vying for a position and you're all fighting for it, or you're at Christmas or holiday shopping and everybody's fighting for this particular thing. It could even be like traffic. I don't know, but it just comes up like people being greedy, pushy, grabby, and you getting mad. So I'm not wishing that on you, Aries. I'm not. This card said quite a few other things. So hopefully that was of help to you. Now on to the sign of Taurus. Hey, Taurus, you have this Knight of Swords shows up for you a lot. I'm pretty sure. I keep feeling like I see air sign people around you. This is either an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could be a male or a female. This is somebody you might be having to deal with constantly. They could be giving you a lot of instruction. This could be a boss, or, you could have a kid that's very dictatorial and is like, hey, mom, dad, you need to do things this way or that way. I don't know, but I pick up that energy around this night also. Keep in mind these people cards, these court cards can mean many different people. You may be liking the Knight of Swords answers or questions and answers, because I see you firing questions and answers back and forth with each other. Maybe this is a love partner for you and you're meeting them on a dating site, or this is somebody you're already intertwined with romantically and you're really asking each other a lot of questions and you're liking the banter going on between the two of you. That's likely for some of you Tauruses. He's raising Cain. He's stirring up the pot. He wants to see action. For some of you, this Knight of Swords is doing that in your life, or you're witnessing it. You may help support this Knight of Swords. You may give them money. You may also see them through difficult times, support them in other ways, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. They may come to you when they need stuff or they need help, or maybe that's just the way the relationship rolls. Whatever your relationship is with this Knight of Swords, it could even be a love partner for some of you. You may really want to get out and about with this Knight of Swords, because I feel some of you may feel like things have gotten boring, or your life may have gotten boring, or theirs is, or both of you feel that way, and because I'm hearing the words wool gathering. So you may feel like something needs to be shaken up here, because I also get for some of you out and about, seeking some action and doing some action things, going out, partying, going here, going there, going shopping, hanging out, going to see different things. But that could be you. If your rising sign or moon sign is air, that could be you wanting to do it also. So here you have Nine of Cups. This is wish fulfillment, all good things coming to you in an emotional sense and feeling full and contented with something going on. I feel like there's a lot of things that are going to be going on in the mid-month of December till the end of December for you in rapid succession, one thing right after the other. Like, I get a lot of activity going on. You may be seeing a lot of different people, going to a lot of different gatherings. This could be also, too, if you date a lot of people. Maybe you're on dating sites, or you just are single and free falling into, the single scene, and you're seeing people one after the other, dating a lot of people. This could also be seeing a lot of people if you have to see a lot of clients. or in the work field that you do, you deal with a lot of people coming in and out. Maybe you're in retail, you're having to deal with a lot of people. I don't know, but having to deal with a lot of people also comes up for you. There's somebody asking you for something special, and I feel like they need money. And I feel somebody's going to ask you for money. This could be one of your kids. It could be the Knight of Swords. It could be somebody completely different. But I do feel somebody is going to ask you for something. This could also be, if you have kids, just asking for holiday presents, or a sibling that says, hey, can you buy me this or that for Christmas? I don't know. But some of you are going to have somebody ask you for something. It does feel like money is connected to it, and they may be asking to borrow money from you. You also have generosity coming to you. So I feel like any giving you've done or generosity you've done in the past is going to be coming back to you tenfold. You may really be surprised. Maybe this is going to be a big Christmas or big holiday time for you, where a lot of generosity pours towards you from other people. That's highly likely here. You're going to start amassing a lot of data and detail, and that could have to do with finances. You may do that for a career or for your work. You may work in the financial field, and therefore that's part of your job duties. Or maybe you're doing it just about your own life, or for some other reason. Because I get you gathering data and details, and a lot of this has to do with finances. So I hope that was of help to you. Now on to the sign of Gemini. Hi Gemini, the first card you have here today is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is a card that means learning a new craft, learning a new skill, starting a new job, starting a new business. It's focusing on your work and details about work. It can also be that, and you're gaining financial gain and rewards from the Eight of Pentacles showing up. This card is often called the card of the apprentice. There's a number of things happening at work. Could be because Mercury's smack in the middle of retrograde in the middle of this month, where I see a lot of people leaving. Now, they're either leaving retiring, leaving for vacation, like a Christmas vacation, or leaving because they're quitting or they're getting fired. There's something startling that's going to happen. There's going to be some kind of overthrow of something at work, like maybe one partner's buying the other out, maybe a partner or some, owner, one of the owners dies suddenly, or unexpected, like somebody leaves and they go start their own business elsewhere. There's some surprise coming at work, not for all of you, because keep in mind, Gemini, this is a general reading, and these messages aren't going to make sense to all of you, and you have to watch your rising sign and your moon sign if the sun sign doesn't make sense for you. You're also going to come across some hidden money. Some of you, I feel, will find money that is lost. This could be in a bank account you forgot about, a CD you forgot about, some money you hid in a pocket of your robe or jeans pocket, got washed and you didn't know about it, or it's in a coat, or you hid it in a box or in an envelope somewhere. I don't know, but I see some of you finding money that seems like it was hidden. Now, unless you find this at work, and that's the overthrow of surprise, like you come across some money that was hidden by somebody that wasn't good, and then therefore then they get fired or quit, it's possible. But for some of you, I actually feel like you're finding money like, oh, look here, here's money here in this drawer or on the street or in my car or somewhere. So I picked that up here as well. Some of you are ratcheting up or amping up your business perspective, and this could be maybe you're branching out and you're going to take on more clients or make more sales calls, or you're expanding a product line or something, or your services or something you're doing, but ratcheting it up also comes up here for the Geminis. And look what you got. You got money card again, Gemini. This is Ace of Pentacles, which is receiving the blessings of financial stability and of financial abundance from the divine source or the universe. You're going to start seeing things crystal clearly, and a divine blessing is going to come to you out of the blue, out of the clouds, literally. I feel like some of you Geminis are going to be getting an opportunity of a lifetime. This could be to travel somewhere really exotic, or it could be this stellar position. You may have to move for it. Some of you may have to move, or you may have to travel for this stellar opportunity that comes up. You're going to have awards, financial growth, financial abundance is going to be happening in your bank account as well. So if you get a promotion, maybe you're getting a raise and a promotion, or a bonus, a year-end bonus, or it could be a big commissions check in some way. But some of you, your bank account is going to be increasing. Some of you are going to overhear a loud shooting match, like of words, like shooting verbal sparring at each other. Or a shouting match, you could say, is a better word to use there. But I see you overhearing it. And I feel like you're overhearing it with either coworkers or bosses, or this could also come up with, it could be family, you know, could be that. Some of you may take out a second mortgage or a loan to pay off some other kind of bills or debts. Also is possible. Some of you are going to receive some cash from a friend or relative that has passed away. So they may have already done that. Settlements of estates don't often happen quickly. Sometimes I guess they can, but usually there's a delay. So I don't feel this means somebody just passed away. They probably already have, and then you're going to get some, or it could be happening now, but I just pick up now or soon you will be receiving money that looks like it comes from an inheritance. So hopefully those messages made sense to you, Geminis, and were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Hi, Cancer. I really laughed when I saw yours. You have two of the same card. From the Hanson Roberts, you got the King of Pentacles, and the other deck, you got the same thing. So King of Pentacles is an earth sign male. This is either a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could also be you if you have earth strongly in your chart of earth or rising sign. It's very possible. Don't be thrown that it's a male. These could also be females. He's going to be getting on your nerves for some of you. You're going to feel annoyed by him, I hear. Hold on. For some of you, he may be somebody that's trying to reach a lot of people and maybe seeking charity for others, or trying to raise funding for other people that maybe are less fortunate in some way, or for some foundation or charity. For some of you, he's a guy like that. Now, that they're not necessarily the same person. For some of you, he makes you feel nervous, insecure, or unwanted, or just uncertain. For some of you, you have that kind of feeling about him. He could be like a father figure, but you know what? If he's a husband or a grandfather or a boss, even a boss, could still kind of seem like a father figure, because I feel like, again, I get this like maybe demanding, wants things of you. He also may be, if he's a boss, he may want to see what you're doing, be investigative about what you're doing, keeping tabs on what you're doing. So if he's a boss to you, you may feel like this King of Pentacles is micromanaging you in mid-December till the end of the month, and maybe even into the very beginning of January. Now, some of you, this King of Pentacles is somebody completely different, whose finances are in disarray. He may be struggling or like, yeah, because I get finances scrambled all over the place and in disarray. So for some of you, this could be your dad, it could be your brother, I don't know. But I get some of you, this King of Pentacles is like, almost like, I get like the Seven of Cup energy here, scattered energy, scattered thinking, scattered this. But with him, it might be his finances. So this next card you have here is, again, the King of Pentacles. So we'll see why he showed up here, or she. Some of you are gathering a lot of people together and having a party. So for some of you, I feel like this is your rising sign or your moon sign or your significant other that you two are working as a team together. Maybe you're the ones throwing the holiday parties, you and the King of Pentacles. That applies to some of you. You may be receiving a lot of intel from the King of Pentacles, a lot of emails or information or text messages or phone calls. And this King of Pentacles, some of you may be trying to reach you and may feel like they want to be in the loop of what's going on. And this may be the reason why this King of Pentacles is trying to contact you. For some of you, he is a guy that nothing is going right for him. For some of you, he may be jumping to conclusions, going off on tangents. He may get in his car and drive away down the highway and go, 60 miles away out of like, I'm getting out of here kind of energy. And wow, you're just going to have to see how this plays out, because if he's coming up twice, that means two things to me. One, it's really impactful. Like he's really something this month for you. Extreme. Another reason could be, it could be you. One of these could be symbolic of one of your rising or moon signs. For some of you, he's got sophisticated energy and he's quite intelligent for some of you. For some of you, he may be doing things behind your back and keeping things in secret and doing things that like deceiving to you. So you're getting a whole mixed bag here, man. I guess they are just so many Kings of Pentacles affecting you Cancers one way or another that he had to come up twice, because these messages are all over the board about him. Some of you may know this King of Pentacles as somebody that feels tired, run down, or is not feeling well also. So I hope this is going to make sense to you, because that was a walloper, and it's always hard to read the people cards in a general reading because I'm not sitting with you one-on-one here, and this King of Pentacles, that's why they came up as this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. It really did feel male to me. Honestly, I didn't get this sense of a female. And also for the fact that it was double King of Pentacles, I really do feel it's a male, more so than a female. But some Cancers out there, for some small percentage of you, that might have been a female. So I hope that reading wasn't too confusing and was of help to you. Now onto the sign of Leo. Hi, Leo. The first card you have out of the Hanson Roberts deck is the Six of Pentacles, which is financial success. It could be giving money generously, charitably, and freely to others. It could also be receiving money from grants, loans, financial institutions, insurance payouts, tax refunds, the government giving you money in some way. This card can also mean the balance of give and take. You know, you're in a whirlwind of activity in mid-December, and I feel some of you Leos have somebody falling in love with you. Some of you Leos. Some of you Leos are really working very diligently and very hard to get things done by a specific deadline. I don't know if it's because it's the end of the year, so it could be for fiscal reasons, to get something in right at the wire. There's some kind of deadline, or maybe you're going away for a holiday trip, or your business is the business is closing down briefly over the holidays. I don't know, but I get some of you really working diligently towards some deadline. Some of you had an idea or a project or a plan that you had to scrap and you had to start it over again. Or you'll be starting it over again later, but there was some plan or idea and it was in the works, or you were working on it and it had to get scrapped. I hear that with the Six of Pentacles. You know, some of you are going to be unburdening yourselves of treasures, which may sound like weird words to put together, and giving things to your family, like stuff. And some of it, yeah, some of it might be new because it's holidays, but some of you, I feel like there's heirlooms or antiques or things of value that you, and when I say unburdening, like people would be like, why would I want to unburden myself of treasures, right? But I don't know, maybe some of you are deciding I have more than enough. I want to give this to this one, that to that one. Maybe you want to downsize things and you're like, well, I can't take it with me. What am I doing with all this stuff on shelves and boxes? Or, you know, this one could enjoy it, that one could enjoy it. Or I don't know. You could be selling it, but it really doesn't feel like selling, unburdening your treasures to others. You could be selling it. It could be that. But my interpretation, it felt more to me like there was some sentiment about it where you wanted to give it to others. So that's also coming up with the Six of Pentacles. Some of you are going to be reaching out to people that you haven't seen or talked to in a while and be communicating with them. This could be phone calls. This could be stopping by to visit, maybe because it's the holidays, or, you know, Mercury's in retrograde and the past returns to the present and communication with others is highlighted. So I feel you're going to reach out to some people you haven't talked to for a while. You've got the Ace of Pentacles next. This is the financial abundance and financial stability coming to you as blessings from the divine source or the universe, however you want to phrase it. I feel that something new is getting developed and it's going to skyrocket to success, and you get some kind of like financial gain or blessing from this. Also, some of you will be going in 50-50, you know, halvesies with somebody. This may be as partnership in a business on this project that's going to go to success and skyrocket for some of you. For some of you, it could just be merely going in 50-50 on some big purchase for a gift for somebody in the family or something that your household needs. That comes up here, going in 50-50. You know, if you're not the one giving away stuff, treasures and things of value, you could have an estate in your family that they are doing it, and either you're involved in helping, you know, spread it around, or you're going to be the recipient. Some of you are going to be getting ready to travel. There's something distant, or either you're getting the feeling of like, I want to go out and see the world. I'm not traveling enough, or I'm at home too much, or I need to see the world more. Some of you, it may be for that reason. And also a feeling of urgency about getting out and talking to people. So maybe some of you may be interviewing people from other lands in a talk show, or for a book, or for a vlog, or a video for YouTube or television. Some of you may be doing this because you're writing a thesis and doing some kind of study on multicultural behaviors of people, and or you need to go out and go here, you know, go to South America, go over to Europe, maybe go to Asia. You might be going to different countries and talking to different people and observing their cultures. That's possible. Some of you, it's just because you really want to get out and about in the world. But for some of you, Leos, I feel like there's a reason behind it. That feels like investigative journalism or investigative video, you know, filmmaking or something like that, or something that you are going to end up doing with it. Maybe it's to make sales and sales connections for some business or product line you're going to have. So I hope those messages made sense to you. Now onto the sign of Virgo. And the first card you have, Virgo, is the Three of Rods. And the Three of Rods is success. It's waiting patiently for success to come in, or letting go of something so success can come to you. And this success could be because of have to do with business or enterprise, because this is rods, and rods is usually communications and business, and can also be growth, new growth. I see some of you Virgos collecting things, almost like you're gathering parts to make something or to put something together. This could be gathering things, information to build a website, or gathering parts of something to put together for some kind of machinery, or something you want to create to sell. You could be doing this by gathering the parts and pieces online, but I feel some of you going to places like antique stores or junkyards, or any place, estate sales, where you can get old things, and maybe you're going to repurpose some old things and build it into something new for some of you Virgos. Some of you have to stay at home because you're waiting for somebody to come and visit. So somebody's coming to visit you. Maybe it's because of the holidays. And I feel it's going to be trying your patience, because I feel like you want to get out. So Virgo, I feel like you're going to feel a little antsy. you know, maybe you're waiting for a date to show up, or your kid to come home from college, or, you know, you got relatives coming in, but you're antsy. Maybe you have somewhere you have to go. Maybe there's a holiday party at New Year's Eve and you want to get out there and you're like, you know, seriously, hurry up. I'm waiting. I don't know, but I get you having to wait, stay at home and be antsy about it for some of you. Some of you may experience some troubles with your shoulder, your hips, or your joints. If you work out, you may be working out too much. Maybe you strained something lifting weights or on the leg press, or you ran too much and you pulled a hamstring or a muscle in your thigh. I don't know, but I feel some of you, it really feels like shoulder and knee or hip or joints comes up for some of you. So be careful in mid-December. You've got some ingenious ideas. And some of these ingenious ideas are really going to bring you success. And you're either going to be coming up with these ideas in mid-December, or you're going to start executing them somewhat in mid-December. You've got the Five of Rods next. This card showed up a few times for the mid-month readings. This is a struggle, internal struggle going on in you, or a struggle with coworkers, family members, could be any groups you belong to also. You're going to have a lot of activity and a lot of things bustling in mid to the end of December. And I get people wanting their own way. I want to do things this way. I want to do things that way. So you may be at odds. Like if you have family gathering, they may be like, I want to go here. No, I don't want to go there. I want to go here. No, I don't want to do that. And this could be in groups of friends you belong to also. It's possible, or like if you're involved in any kind of productions, like for Christmas or the holidays, or choir pieces, or a church, or anything like that, or any kind of entertainment thing, you could be all at odds, like, I don't want to sing that song, or I don't think it should go that way. You got a lot of that kind of energy going on, or like push-pull. Like, it is a struggle, but the struggle is like everybody wanting to do things their own way, and people not really totally cooperating is how it feels for your sign. That's not how it came up in the other signs, but for yours, it's like, I want to do things my way. I want to do things my way, my way, my way. That kind of energy. Oh man, some of you, it is going to be kind of a big deal. And there are going to be people that might even curse each other out. Again, I'm going to reference the blasted, dastardly Mercury in retrograde, which I know there are people that say, oh, there's blessings and benefits. Okay, really? This Mercury in retrograde was kicking my butt a week before it even started. So I don't know. I don't always subscribe to that. I find them usually not always difficult. Sometimes they sail by like I don't even notice, but not always. And I feel this is kicking up people. Some people's reactions. Maybe they may be acting kind of opposite of what they normally would do even. Like, I feel like you're going to be a little like, really? Are all these people this irate over doing this simple thing, or not having yams, or yes, I have to have yams, or no, I want roast beef, and no, I'd rather have a vegan dinner or turkey? I mean, I don't know. I just see people bickering and at odds. It doesn't mean it's horrible, but some of you Virgos are going to witness some people really get mad at each other. I don't know that you're doing it. You may be watching that happen. So I hope this reading was of help to you, Virgo. Now onto the sign of Libra. And the first card you have, Libra, from the Hanson Roberts deck is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes to me the Miser card. It can be holding on protectively to things of value, money or objects, or even emotions. It can also mean that you're going to have financial success coming into the future, or money could be on your mind, or you're focusing on your finances or money, or you need to do that. Some of you are working out some details with lawyers or accountants about money. And any income or money strain that you've had in the last 6 months to a year, I feel that many of you are like putting your finances back together, reassembling them, or getting them in alignment, in order, getting them reorganized. You may be also talking to the government about getting a tax break. And if you're not doing it personally, you could be doing that through lawyers or accountants on your behalf. Maybe you're going to start giving money to something that you can write off or get some kind of tax break. I don't know, but I picked that up for some of you. Some of you are trying to accumulate wealth and abundance by following in somebody else's footsteps that has gone before you, that you know of how that they were successful, how they did it. Could have been a family member, could have been a boss to you, or somebody you've really admired. Could even be a public figure that you happen to know is like rolling in the dough, and you're like, hey, I'm going to follow in their footsteps. I'm going to follow their path and try their strategies and see if they work for me. Things are changing around you. I get nuances change. Even things that like look differently, feel differently around you. I'm not really sure why. I don't know. They even smell differently around you. And it's so weird what they just said after that. Not to be weird, but it does come up like there might be something clogged that you have to get drained. It could be plumbing and stuff you have to get drained, a septic system or blocked up pipes. But for some of you, it could be if you have like a cyst or something in your body, like you have a port of some type that has to get drained. I don't know, but things getting drained also come up here. Could be your finances getting drained, but they didn't say that. They didn't say that. Okay, so the Fool comes up next. Oh, sorry, didn't show you. This is going off on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations. But you have to have your wits about you and have some sense. You can't have your head up in the clouds and rose-colored glasses on, or you might fall off the cliff and make a big mistake and crash and burn there. Some of you are really ready to party, really ready to have a good time, and really ready to travel, or all of the above. Some of you are working on secret deals and other kinds of deals that are undercover. So you may not like it. Maybe it has to be hush hush because of other people just can't know about it yet. It's not. It's in the works, or you don't want to reveal it yet. Some of you Libras may get proposed of an engagement of marriage to you, or you may be the one doing the proposing. Because I also hear marriage proposals. Could be other kinds of proposals too, like business proposals, but it really came up first as marriage proposals. Some of you may overhear some interesting gossip or interesting words other people are saying they don't know you're around. I feel like you're overhearing it in mid-December to the end of December. Going into January, Libra even too. Some of you are taking the bull by the horns and finalizing some deals that you maybe, like you're locking it down. Like maybe you're getting a sales account and you landed that account and you're finalizing that deal, or you're finalizing a deal on selling a house or buying a house, or some settlement of some sort. But finalizing deals also comes up here for some of you Libras. You're also going to receive, I feel some of you Libras will receive something in writing that looks like it's from an underwriter. So this could be to do with a mortgage, or any other kind of papers that look like legal documents of some sort that you're going to have to look at, get, or be receiving, and in the midpoint of December on until the end of December, even into the early January. So I hope these messages made sense to you, Libras, and I hope they were of help. So now on to the sign of Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio, the lovers showed up for you. So this could be love. It could be a love relationship, but very often this is chemistry, sex between two people, empathic connection with each other. There's an angel over the couple. It's either blessing the couple or interfering with the couple. It usually depends on what's around it or next to it, how it affects, how that angel is affecting this couple. Some of you are doing the two-step. You're going out and you're dancing with your partner in the holiday season. Some of you are getting in tuned, intertwined, and heavily involved with your partner, and a lot of sex for some of you comes up here. Some of you are working out details because it's crunch time, because your nuptials are coming up. So for some of you Scorpios, if you have a wedding plan happening, maybe you're having a holiday wedding and it's like crunch time, like it's a week, 2 weeks away, and oh my gosh, I'm getting married on Christmas Day or New Year's Eve, or, you know, I don't know. Some of you, I pick up crunch time about a wedding. Some of you are worried that your partner is going to find out that you've been seeing other people, or that you want to see other people. Now, this is a general reading, Scorpio, so if some of these messages sound like, well, wait a minute, that sounded good, and now that sounded bad, because there's too many Scorpios watching. It's not just one of you, so keep that in mind. Because some of you, your feelings for somebody may still be there, but they may have overflowed onto somebody else. For some of you. Some of you are going to get married again, like it's a second marriage, and you may elope. So for those of you, some of you may be planning a wedding and having crunch time. That came up, but because it's close. I see white poinsettias in a church. But for some of you, it's a second marriage, and you guys are going to go off and elope somewhere. So that comes up for some of you through this Lover's card. Some of you may have been working towards goals together, but I see some of you Scorpios considering or thinking, are we working towards the same goals? You may be questioning, or maybe you want to change the goals that you two as a couple were working towards. That's for some of you. Now, this card showed up quite a few times in these readings. This is at least the third time or fourth time it showed up. The Five of Rods, which is a struggle. This could be an internal struggle in you. It could be struggling with coworkers, family members. Now look, it came up with the Lover's card. So maybe you're struggling with your love partner. That's also possible here. So we have to see why it showed up. I feel this is involving, for some of you, decision making. Like you've gotten halfway through a situation and now you want to change it. Either you or your partner, or just, it could be you by yourself. It could have nothing to do with the Lover's card. This could be a separate message, but I'm going to tell you what. Mercury is in the middle of being in retrograde at this juncture that this video is going to be posted, and going through until the 23rd of December, and the shadow period still continues on like 10 days after or so. So it's not really a good time to change your mind. Because after it goes direct, you then may regret or want to reverse the decision you made. So I wouldn't recommend making any big changing decisions until this energy has passed. I see some of you having complications at work and complications with travel time or traveling. So it could be if you're doing holiday travel to go visit family, maybe there's going to be some complications. Again, Mercury in retrograde can kick that up. So make sure you double check all your travel arrangements. Your plans could get confused at the last minute or switched. But for some of you, I feel it's more like complications in travel, like too much traffic or having to go an alternate route. Like if you're driving somewhere, maybe the road you're going on is closed and now you have to take a different roadway. Or complications at work and travel could be related to each other. But some of you may be traveling for pleasure and visiting someone, not work. Some of you have to be careful of rashes on your skin, or you may have some kind of boils that pop up, or a food allergy of some sort, or, you know, if you've changed your detergent, maybe you're going to see little bumps on your skin and have some kind of rash come up. This is going to be a month where there's a lot of things you have to decipher and figure out. I wouldn't make the decisions. It feels more like this is a good month for fact-finding, research, dissecting things, figuring things out, not so much for executing plans or driving any or changing your plans, especially like making a different decision, because after that retrograde, as I said, you may wish you hadn't done that and want it to be reversed. So I hope this was of help to you, Scorpio. I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, the first card you have here from the Hanson Roberts deck is the Wheel of Fortune, and this is the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor, the planets in the heavens, the spirit guides around you, conspiring to give you more karmic good fortune. You're going to find out things that were lost are getting found. It could be documents, papers, money, jewelry, anything that you really cared about, a pair of gloves, nice boots, a jacket, or I don't know, a car, anything that you really cared about. I feel you're going to find that things that were lost are found in mid-December till the end of December, even going into the beginning of January. A lucrative deal gets struck and you buy somebody out. So some of you may be buying out somebody's business or buying out somebody's interest in something, or I don't know, could be buying a house, but I get a deal is struck and some of you are going to be buying someone or something out. You know, there's going to be a great deal of stress relieved for you in December, and some burden or burdens get lifted off your shoulders. Now, this could be like somebody else helping you, because I do feel that. But, you know, Saturn is moving out of Sagittarius into the sign of Capricorn on December 19th, I believe, or 20th. I think it's the 19th. And this is going to relieve a lot of pressure for you, Sagittarians and Sagittarius rising. So that could have to do with it, but I do feel some of you have some stress and pressure that gets relieved off you for other reasons, which do seem to be with like assistance of someone. Could be one of your kids, could be a spouse or a loved one, could be a coworker, I don't know, but I feel some of you, it's like stresses and pressures get relieved off of you in mid-December and going into the beginning of January. Also, any deals, projects, plans, ideas, they're finally gelling or coming together now, especially if it's some deal or something you've been working on and putting together. Could even be a project like if you were starting to build something, a sculpture, a house, a creative project in front of you of some sort. I get like things are starting to gel and starting to come together for you in the mid to late December. Some of you are going to be hiring someone to revamp your style or pick up your pace or pick up your knowledge. So you could be hiring a tutor, you could be hiring somebody to a subcontractor or a contractor to help you with your house, or a business partner or an assistant or somebody that can help amp up your business. You've got the Two of Pentacles next, which is weighing your options, having to make a decision or a choice between two things, two jobs, two loves, two ways to make money. There's emotions tied up here with this choice or decision or option weighing that you're doing, Sagittarius. Some of you may actually be trying to hire a few people for a few different jobs. Now, this could be at the job where you work, or a business you own, but it could also be at your house, at your property. I need to hire a painter. I need to hire a landscaper. I need to hire a contractor. I need to hire, you know, somebody to reconcrete my driveway. It could be like that kind of thing going on. You're going to finally get some notification that you were waiting for. This could be coming to you like maybe you were waiting for a permit or a green card or working papers or some kind of approval to come through, or a yes to a grant or a loan, or like you made an offer on a house, or you're selling a house and you're waiting for the approval to come through on that, or on a mortgage. It could be anything like that, or like, yeah, we'll take the deal, we'll go for it. And you're waiting to hear whether they say yes or no. I feel like you're getting approvals of things now in this time period. Some of you are drinking too much caffeine and it's doing too much damage to your system. You could start to have problems with your stomach, or when you go to the bathroom, not to be too disgusting here. It doesn't matter how, but I feel like caffeine It could just be giving you the shakes or jitters, or maybe it's causing headaches or crash and burn syndrome later on in the day. But some of you are having too much caffeine going on in your life, and I don't feel it's good or healthy for you anymore, or to take a break from it for a while, a period of time. Some of you are thinking about revamping your style. You're entertaining changing something. It could be your hair, it could be your wardrobe, it could be getting plastic surgery, or it could be getting a personal trainer, starting to work out. But really, it feels most to me, I get the word your style. It could also be the style of how, if you're in sales, how you present yourself, if you're on YouTube, what you're, how you create your videos and what you say, your style of that. But for some of you, I do feel it's style of how you look in some manner. You could be changing your hair color from, blonde to black, or, you have long hair and now you're going to cut it short. It could even be that. So hopefully these messages made sense to you, Sagittarians, and hopefully they were of help. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn, you're another one, just like Cancer, who had double people. These might be the same people for you, but they might be two different people. You have the Queen of Cups, and I'm going to show you, you also have the Knight of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is a card that could symbolize a water sign female. This could be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. That could be their sun sign, their rising sign, or their moon sign. This could also be symbolic of you if you have a strong water sign, or as your rising or moon sign. So it could even be part of you. Some of you Capricorns are falling in love with someone deeply. You may have already, or it's happening now. Some of you also feel overwrought emotionally, and like you need a sense of security, like somebody to put their arm around your shoulder and boost your spirits and make you feel like it's okay, everything's going to work out, it's going to be all right. If you've lent anybody money, I feel that they're going to be paying you back, or you may lend people money now, and I do feel in the future they will pay you back. It's one or the other there with that money. Some of you are hiding things and keeping things in secret that you don't want people to know about, and some of you, you're hiding things from the government, and it could be money. Like maybe you get tips and you're not claiming all of them, or you got some money somehow and you're trying to keep it from the government. So some of you, you're doing that. Some of you, your ideals are changing, and or your job is changing, and or your financial situation and picture is changing, and I feel like it could be putting you up in a higher tax bracket, or you are stepping up in the world, like, well, you're moving on up, like that show, The Jeffersons, you're moving on up in some way. For many of you Capricorns, some of you may move to California, or you have some strong connections or ties to the state of California that you're either going to go visit, it's calling you, you want to go there for some reason, or you want to move there, but a connection to California is being mentioned here. Some of you are working diligently to get something sold. This could be a house. It could also be somebody else's estate. Could be yours, could be a relative's. Or it could be things like a car, but it feels more like, feels bigger than that, but it could be that. You have the Knight of Cups. Could be the same person just wanting to show you, hey, it's a female, hey, it's a male. Or this could be two totally different people. Again, as I said before, this could be your rising sign or moon sign if you have water strongly in your chart, Capricorn. Some of you have a new relationship that's coming in, or this is someone that's coming to you that is bringing you love. For some of you Capricorns, I do feel there is a chalice of love here for you, and he does seem to hold you in high regard. He has respect for you and holds you in high regard, as well as love. He's an innovative thinker. He's on the forefront of change. For some of you, this Knight of Cups is. If you've started seeing them or dating them they're going to want you to keep seeing them again. They want to go out again. They want to see you more. Healing old wounds from the past is important here because you do not want that trailing along and following you along into any new relationships. For some of you, this Knight of Cups is very crafty. He works with his hands, or he knows very well how to put things together. For some of you, he is somebody that you're going to reach out for a job opportunity, and he is going to give you either a new job or a promotion or some kind of advancement. So for some of you, he is not a love figure. He's a potential employer or already your employer, and is going to give you, like, help you out, raise you up, give you a new job, or he could be a new employer coming in for you. You're going to have a lot of dealings with this Knight of Cups where I feel like you're going back and forth in communications. There's a lot of steps here you have to take in dealing with this Knight of Cups. But you may have a lot of communications back and forth, or you may be traveling back and forth, but there's these steps that you have to follow for some of you. And I feel for some of you that has to do with that job opportunity or advancement or something like that. So hopefully that made sense to you, Capricorns, and hopefully it was of help. So now I'm going to look into Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. You got two major arcana cards here, and the first one from the Hanson Roberts deck is Temperance, and this could be having to have patience. It can also mean you have a guardian angel watching over you. It could also be you focusing on something you're doing, or God working through what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. I feel some of you are finally reliving some past childhood memory that is going to give you hope about something you're doing or planning on doing in your future. Maybe you're going to use it as an inspiration for a new creative project, business, or idea. If you've been feeling alone or lost, or especially at the time of this reading, things are going to start to become clear to you and change. Some of you are going to, your psychic abilities are going to be increasing. You're going to start intuitively knowing things, and you may start telling people these things. So you may start doing metaphysical work. You could start doing psychic readings, or channeling information, or just helping people and giving people a lot of information. Maybe that's something you're going to start doing in your own work and field that you're in, where you're going to be giving people information. And some of it may be based on your intuition, even in a traditional job sense. I feel like family things may be tricky for you. And I feel some of you will be working on solutions or trying to find ways to make things change, especially involving family situations. Your kids, could be your parents, could be siblings, could be all of the above. Some of you are going to have a really good idea or hunch that's going to lead you to bigger and better things. And this hunch or this idea is going to come up in mid-December or into the beginning of January. I see some of you making a new plan and starting to put things into some kind of new practice. It could be new spiritual practices, new business practices. You may be learning something from someone on the internet or at a distance, and then you are going to start utilizing it or incorporating it as a practice that either you do in your work or your business or your spiritual life. That comes up here with the Temperance card. Now, the other, like I said, you had two major arcana cards. This is Strength, and this is having to have inner courage and inner strength over adversity. This can also mean taming the savage beast in some way about something. This could also be dealing with a Leo. She is holding a lion's head, so it could have some connection to a Leo, possibly. This is also spiritual power over the material world. I feel like you're having to reharness your strength and reharness your energies and maybe build them up again in some way. So maybe you need to practice meditations, get Reiki, start working out more or working out at all, getting saunas, massages, starting to do any kind of spiritual enlightenment, advancement, education, or training also. You know, I feel like you, at this juncture, you may have a difficult time deciphering other people's motivations, intentions, and needs. However, I feel, Aquarius, if you can just focus on relaxing and letting go, that things will actually work out better for you than if you try to stress yourself out with stress, strain, and struggle trying to figure them out. I don't feel this will work for you in this time frame because of the planetary energies of Mercury being in retrograde and possibly some other things going on here too that would prevent you from really, I don't want to say, I guess I'm going to say solving it or coming to solutions. Letting go is going to be your best solution at this time. Some of you Aquarians may start finding out some dirty little details of something that people hid or kept secret from you. You may start finding out little nuggets of information. I see you having to access all your inner strength, courage, and patience to deal with it. So when it comes up, I feel you are going to go within and say, oh my God, give me strength. I cannot react. Like, I feel the best course of action is inaction, not to react to the stuff that you find out. You need some more time to process it, and you need to have more forward thinking, and the planetary energies need to move before you give your response or reaction. So I hope those messages were of help to you, Aquarius. Now on to the sign of Pisces. Well, Pisces, you wanted to join the ranks of the signs that wanted to show up twice in the same reading. You have the King of Swords, which is either an Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. And just to show you, with the Morgan Greer deck, you have the Page of Swords, which is also Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could be the same person, could be two different people, and one of these people, or both of them, could be symbolic of you if you have a rising or moon sign in air. I feel like you want more from this King of Swords. You may be wanting to cast your net out wider than what they're telling you or doing or giving you. Some of you may be looking to find solutions for them or to help them, some of you Pisces, and you may be helping them. That's for some of you. When these people cards come up, it's the most difficult to read in a general reading. They're going to come up with a bunch of different messages, so hold on to your hats. I feel for some of you, he may have been going through the motions. He may have been single and may have been dating. And he may also be a air sign that is trying to find him or herself, like struggling to find themselves, also comes up here. For some of you, he could be interested in marriage, engagement, or a proposal of marriage with you, or you may feel that way about them. I really do feel he's eager to please. He's eager to show what he can do. I feel like he may also be very good at trying to please higher ups and bosses in mid-December going into January. Maybe you're his boss and he's trying to please you and impress you. That's possible for some of you Pisces. He may be an engineer. He may have a degree in engineering. He also could be good at putting together engines of any kind or anything mechanical. I feel like he's at a critical juncture where he's trying to figure out what he wants to do with the next step in his life. And he's like on the precipice of what exactly does he want to do. So he feels to me like he's at this like major decision-making process about what he's doing in the direction of his life. Now, here you have the Page of Swords. This could be the same person or someone different. As I said, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could be you, again, like I said earlier, if you have something strong in air, rising or moon. You may find him at times challenging to be with. At times, this Page of Swords may put you up on a pedestal and then knock you off of it or confuse you about it. Like you feel like you're here and then you're not. Sometimes the Page of Swords, I feel, makes you feel that way. I do feel this Page of Swords is ready for action. I feel like he's ready for action steps and is ready to drive something forward. He may be somebody you're in love with. He also may be somebody like a lost friend that comes back into the scene. So for some of you, he's somebody you have feelings about right now, or she, that you have feelings about right now. For some of you, it's someone you cared about or had a close relationship or friendship from the past that comes back into the picture. And you're talking to them or dealing with them again. You may also be working on different strategies or techniques with this Page of Swords, and you could be reaching out to communicate with them to show them that. Like maybe you're in some kind of business and you do business with them, or they work for you, or they're a client or something, and you're reaching out to them to show them different techniques. You know, maybe they buy something from you and you're like, look, I'm selling you this product. Here's the different techniques on how to use it. Or you could be working together on a business or a project. And then the two of you put your heads together and you're like, we're coming up with these different techniques to use to get more accounts, have more success, bring in more money. That's possible for the Page of Swords. It could just be symbolic that that's what you're doing all on your own without somebody else. You're working on new techniques, new strategies on your own and reaching out and doing it and being very forward thinking and maybe a little bit more aggressive in your approach and being very direct or directive. So I hope this reading was of help to you and I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate it. And please be sure to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're interested, you can get the special videos I recorded for Saturn in Capricorn, which is happening, I believe, on the 19th of December and will go on for 3 years. And these readings, I am using these same two tarot decks. I pulled 3 cards from the Hanson Roberts deck, 3 cards from the Morgan Greer tarot deck, and used my crystal to give you messages and predictions to cover Saturn moving into Capricorn for your sun sign, but you should also check out your rising sign because that may also be strongly affected. And also, if you would like to get the crystal readings I've recorded for December 2017, you can access those videos for download and purchase. All of these videos are available by clicking on the 2 links below this video, and they will take you to the videos that I have on my video on demand channel. The first one will be Saturn in Capricorn for each sign of the Zodiac, tarot and crystal readings and for each sign, and the crystal readings for each sign of the Zodiac for December 2017, all for download and purchase. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu. It is a drop-down menu. Please go to page 12, and there you will see the headings for the Saturn going into Capricorn, psychic tarot and crystal readings for each sign of the Zodiac for a 3-year period, and the psychic crystal readings for December 2017 for each sign of the Zodiac. You just click on your sign and it will take you to those videos on Vimeo. So I hope you have an absolutely Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays of all kinds, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.